Hi, this is Miss Hadaway. Another video. Today we're going to talk about putting integers in order. This one gets kind of tricky, so put your thinking cap on and we will get through it. I want to give you some reminders. First, same things. I will be teaching you the same way, just like we do in class. I still expect you to write everything down in your notebook. Keep good notes. Remember, this notebook gets to be used on all your tests. I still expect you to log this lesson in your table of contents, and you're still responsible for this material. Things that are different than in class. You can rewind the lesson and listen to it again as many times as you need to. Also, if I go too fast, hit the pause button. Rewind it, listen to it again, pause me if I go too fast, anything you need. You can watch it in your pajamas. You can sit on your bed, sit at the kitchen table, whatever you want to do. Turn off your music, turn off the TV. You must complete a reflection in your notebook for this video. I'll remind you of that at the end. I'll tell you what to write. I'll tell you how to do it. But this is important. So let's get to it. Turn to your table of contents. I'm on page 8 in my notebook. Go to whatever page you're on. This is going to be comparing and ordering integers. It's still August 5th for me. Put whatever date it is for you. Now, get caught up. I'll give you just a minute. We'll be ready to go. Whenever you think about comparing and ordering integers, it is very beneficial to draw yourself a number line. You've been using this number line since you were a little kid. I always draw myself a number line. It's a very, very good tool, or we wouldn't use it. In the middle, you know the 0 is what we build off of. To the right, we put a 1, and we build off that to give us our bigger numbers. It's important to know that those numbers keep going forever and ever. That's why we have that arrow. That arrow shows us that numbers never stop. They go forever and ever, and they go to infinity. We never get to the end of numbers. On this side, we start with -1, -2, -3, -4. You don't want to start with -1 over here, because then you wouldn't have any room to go into infinity down here. You have to put -1 right next to that 0. So -1, -2, -3, -4. There's our -5, -6. And then if you think about it, all of those numbers are going to keep going on and on, just like those other numbers. Here's an arrow right there. So let's think about that for a minute. Where are our numbers getting bigger? Well, they're getting bigger right here, aren't they? And where are our numbers getting smaller? Well, they're getting smaller over here, aren't they? So when we start comparing these, if I say, is 3 bigger or smaller than -5, it makes sense that 3 is bigger than -5. -5 is smaller, right? So when we start comparing that with signs that look like this, you have to use this sign right here, because that's the sign that will show you that 3 is bigger. Okay, so now what we need to do is we have to look at these signs, and we have to think, what do these signs mean? Now, when you were little kids, you could have had someone tell you that this one is the one that's got teeth in it and it's eating the bigger number. But that's fine if that's what helps you remember that. So you just have to look at those and you have to think, how are we going to compare them and how are we going to order them? But the most important thing is draw your number line and look at them and order them. So look at these numbers and compare them and order them and use these signs. This sign, this sign, this sign, or this sign. This is less than, greater than, equal to, or not equal to. So let's do some problems. Here's this one, this one, solve those and write some problems for someone else in your class to work on for tomorrow. Thank you for your attention.